Morning, everyone. I'm going to tell you one of the most difficult aspects of my self improvement journey has been learning to spot when I'm lying to myself, because that is our second nature, I guarantee you. And why? It's because your ego is trying to protect itself at all costs, at all times. So it's super, super difficult to see and spot and feel when you're trying to lie to yourself. And here's an example. Yesterday morning, I went for a walk with my kid, and there was a situation with the dog. And this dog situation has been a reoccurring trend for a good while, ever since my child was born, right? Because now we're going on frequent walks, and oftentimes people let their dogs out without a leash. And then there's situations where those dogs would approach us, and I would be very protective of my child and very suspicious of the dog, right? And ever since we moved to Spain, those situations kind of stopped, and I had never thought much about it, to be honest with you, up until yesterday when we encountered a dog, and the dog was coming towards us, and I felt that my kid was threatened and everything, and I was very suspicious of the owner and the dog. And after that situation, I spent a few minutes trying to convince myself that everything was fine, that I was doing the right thing, and that I was right to feel suspicious, and that dogs should be put on the leash in case the owners cannot control them to a degree that they wouldn't be just walking up to strangers and all of those things. And then as it went on, this inner conversation, right? My mind was trying to come up with every reason to decide why it was right? To protect my identity, the existing one, the structure that's here, all of those beliefs and those inner settings and those subconscious programs. Everything wants to protect itself, right? And then I caught myself. I was like, no, 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 no. I had a very strong emotion, and it's not good, because what am I teaching to my kid? That you need to be suspicious of animals. And next thing you know, last night, my fiance did a therapy session on me, and we went back to my childhood, obviously, as one does. And I figured out that there was an underlying fear and suspicion of dogs and animals in general, and we worked on it, and now that belief has been changed. The underlying emotions have been changed to a very good, strong resource, which is that of, instead of suspicion and fear, now I'm going to approach these situations with trust, right? With security, with the knowledge that everything is fine. And now I can't wait to meet another dog, because now I'm going to be seeing them as pretty much as a child who's just curious, right? And obviously, when a dog is truly dangerous, you're going to see that, right? But basically, this was all about how I see and approach the world, right? The world itself, because an animal, a dog, is just a representation of the larger world out there. And if I'm approaching the world with suspicion and mistrust and everything, guess what? The world is going to mirror it back to me. And this is how awakening happens. This is how self-development happens. It's not easy. It's hard work, but it's super rewarding. And every time you go on to the next level, next level, next level, and it's an amazing feeling. Thank you for listening.